Welcome to Kutch Time. Today is November 17th, 2025. The Detroit Pistons just beat the Indiana Pacers 127 to 112, moving to 12-2 on the NBA season and winning 10 in a row. The Pistons win thanks to the return of dominant center Jalen Duren. He had a 30-point double-double today and dominated at both parts of the court. And they have thanks to the career night from Danis Jenkins, who had a 26-point outing tonight, a career high. There was a lot to like tonight for the Pistons. Jalen Duren is playing like an all-star. I mean, he's playing like an all-star. This guy is dominant. This guy can do everything. This is everything we wanted Jalen Duren to be the past 3 years. He had 31 points, 15 rebounds. He missed one field goal. One. That's insane. And yeah, a lot of his points are in the paint. It's Jalen Duren. He's a pretty classically built center. He's going to get his scoring on drives, off dishes from other guys. But there was a bucket this game at the top of the key. Jalen Duren shows off a little dribble package. He does a little work, and then he pulls up and right inside the 3-point line, and it switches and it goes in. And this is a little part of the game he's developed. He showed some good ball handling skills today, some good passing ability. I mean, he can really do it all now, except maybe shoot the three, but he's so athletic for his build. He's such a dominant guy, such a communicator on the defense now. Jalen Duren really used to struggle on the defensive end. Kind of just not trying a lot, especially at the beginning of last year and during that terrible season 2 years ago. But he's really stepped up on that side, and his offense has come along too. He's always been solid on offense, but his just awareness has been a lot better. And if Jalen Duren continues, which came off injuries this rest of the past 2 nights, past 2 games, if he continues it, he'll be an all-star, and there doesn't seem like anything's really going to stop him for that. He's missing his key facilitator in K2, and he can still have a 30-point night, a 15-rebound game. I mean, he's just dominant. He can really do it all, and it's a big reason why the Pistons have been on the stretch. Again, Danis Jenkins' career high night, 26 points, 8 assists to go along with it. Danis Jenkins, I've said it a lot. I'm going to keep saying it until it happens. He needs to be on a normal contract. There's no way this guy should be on a two-way. He's worked his way up. He started in JUCO in college, and he made all his way to St. John's with Rick Pitino, basically transferring him once he got hired from Iona. And there's no reason he shouldn't have the contract. I mean, he's been great for us. He's probably the biggest reason the Pistons have survived these last couple of games with the Cade injury, with the Sarr injury, with Ivy being out, with Sasser being out. Tobias is hurt. Duren missed games. Isaiah Stewart missed games. Even Bobby Clipman got hurt, and he's going to miss a couple weeks. He's been the guy who has stepped up and has taken the minutes and taken the role and taken all the responsibility that comes with it and has really shined. And on the broadcast, Greg Kessler mentioned that some of the fans are comparing him to Jeremy Lin and the Lin Standing run. And I agree with him. He's been insane. Unfortunately, the run will probably end soon because Cade should be back relatively soon, if not tomorrow. Javonte Green kind of was a quiet signing over the offseason. He's the last guy to join after the Duncan Robinson and Karis LeVert. It was kind of like a month, 2 months of really no signings. And then we eventually get Javonte Green to be the 14th guy we signed. And he had a nice 20-point outing. He's been really solid the last couple of games. He started last game, moved back to the bench with Duren coming back today. And he's been really good. He's been always been a really good defender or a really solid defender. And his scoring has just showed up. And he's been impactful. And it's really helped us, again, on this run. Isaiah Stewart only had 10 points, 10 points. He only had 2 rebounds. He had 2 3-pointers, which was nice to see his shot develop. One of them was a no-dip 3, meaning he didn't have to move too much to get it off and get it in. But the main thing, he had 5 blocks. 5 blocks on any night for any player is a good outing defensively. I mean, he's just a defensive dog. I mean, going to get into the Pistons' new nickname in a little bit, but he's a dog. He can do it all, and the offensive game is coming along. And obviously, was some bad tonight. The Pistons allowed 20 offensive rebounds, and the big part was like Isaiah Stewart only had 2 rebounds. Even Paul Reed only had 2 rebounds, and it's only about 13 minutes of game time. But it was just bad. Rebounding were tied, and the Pacers' big man rotation isn't good. I wouldn't say it's good. They have obviously Pascal Siakam, and Siakam's their star player right now since Tyrese Halliburton's going to be out for the whole season. But their center rotation is Tony Bradley, Jay Huff, Isaiah Jackson. None of those guys are really good. None of the guys are like all those guys are like decent bench players. I wouldn't say any of those guys are like starter caliber centers in the league, especially going from Miles Turner to those guys who have the starting role. That's why the Pacers have one win on the NBA season because their centers are just not built for it. Um, Duncan Robinson had a really hot start. He really was getting the Pistons going. He was started 3 for 5. It was really the only guy able to make 3 pointers. Um, then he misses his next 6. I mean, he went cold, ice cold, and he was attempting kind of bad ones too. He was attempting the fades. He was off the dribble, off a screen. Um, they're just like not the best shots, especially when you're trying to get back to it. You kind of want to get easier shots going, and he just couldn't get it. So he finishes the night 3-11. And it's just not good, not a good night for him, and he's got to do better. He only finished with 11 points, and especially with the offensive hole that Cade leaves, someone needs to fill that. And luckily, Danish Jenkins and Duran were able to do that tonight, and Javante Green. Um, and the whole team is kind of bad at shooting threes. This team is just not a 3-point shooting team. I don't think it ever will be, even with Cade back, or even with Ivy back, even with Tobias back. It's just not going to happen. This is a paint dominant team, and when we see it in the way we score, and the differentials and the advanced stats, like we're one of the most dominant paint teams, like scoring wise in the past 20, 30 years, but 3-point shooting wise, we're behind the curve. Um, like I said, Duncan Robinson was 3 for 11. Danish Jenkins, even though he had a great night, 1 for 5. Javante Green, great night, 1 for 4. Chaz, who kind of got drafted for his 3-point shooting, he has also been showed up on the defensive end in his minutes now. That's kind of getting semi-consistently with all the injuries. He shots 1 for 3, and then Karras, who had I think about 8 points, 8 assists, was a decent night for him off the bench. No double-digit scoring, which he had a little bit of streak going. Shot 0 for 3, and it's just not a good. You're not going to win against good teams shooting that poorly from three. Um, and the biggest news, or I don't know if it's news, it's a story. One of the bigger stories of the last week is Danish Jenkins' interview. I like, are you nasty dogs? Are you nasty boys? And that's gonna be this era of Pistons basketball. The nasty boys Pistons team. I mean, it's one heck of a nickname. I mean, it's off the wrestling duo of Brian Knobs and Jerry Sags. And then, obviously, everyone's seen. A lot of people seen the belt that they give out at the end of games, like the WWE style, and really bringing in this tough, gritty style, wrestler style, like with Isaiah Stewart that's brought in, Paul Reed, um, the dogs, the junkyard dogs, dog pound, and now everyone's part of it. Now everyone's a nasty boys on this team, and it's gonna. You can see it in the vibe. You can see it in the grade. You can see it. Every single guy can play. Every single guy's going to try their hardest out there. They're going to give it all because at the end of the day, they're nasty boys, and they're gonna win some games. They're gonna win some tough games, even if it's against poor opponents, even if they don't have the confidence from the media, from the league, because they're write offs, they're written off, they're 2-way players, they're third stringers. Nah, they're gonna show up, and they're gonna score, and they're gonna win the game, no matter who's playing. Even if Cade's out, even if Stern's out, Daniel Jenkins has got it. Javante Green has got it. All these guys have got it, and we're gonna win, and we're gonna keep winning, and the nickname just really shows that. Uh, Next game is tomorrow. They have to travel to Atlanta. They have a 7:30 game, so not much time to get over there and get ready and get situated and get rested up. And I'm sure they're really quite tired if he plays tomorrow. I don't know if he's good enough to play back to backs. I mean, he looked 100% healthy tonight. I think against Stewart, I don't know if he'll be healthy. Um, and Karras had a weird tweak of his ankle, but he finished the game fine. So hopefully they can win that and move the streak to 11, go 13-2 again, and maybe Cade can come back tomorrow, and that'll be a huge help if he is. And Trae Young, I think, is still out for the Hawks, so that will definitely help us, even though they've actually been a lot better without Trae Young. That's a conversation for Hawks fans. So thank you for watching.